Hello everyone and welcome to Metagame Mastery, where it's not just about what the card does, but how it impacts the game. Where the Spark preview season will never end. And today we got to see Bioessence Hydra and a new Decimate card for EDH. If you enjoy this content, click that like button and be sure you're subscribed to get access to all our latest videos. Without further ado, big time! Go time! Let's go. Oath of Kaya. Wait, Kaya's joining the Gatewatch? Sure, let's just let anyone in at this point. Oath of Kaya is 3 CMC, 1 colorless, a white, and a black for a legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker you control with 1 or more creatures, Oath of Kaya deals 2 damage to that player, and you gain 2 life. So, Lightning Helix at sorcery speed, it's fine. This is a card that, unlike the previous Oaths, is really geared towards limited gameplay. In a format where you're going to have a ton of planeswalkers that you have access to, this is going to get you extreme value. If someone attacks your planeswalkers even once, you're looking at a 10-point life swing for only 3 mana. But in any constructed format, we're talking Standard, Modern, Legacy, Commander, this just doesn't do enough to warrant a card slot. Storm the Citadel is 5 CMC, 4 colorless, and a green for a sorcery. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. So this is fine and limited. It forces your opponent to make bad blocks, improves your board position, and maybe even finishes them off. That said, in Constructed, there are just better options. I'm talking Standard, Modern, Legacy, even Commander. You're better off playing regular Overrun than this, because +2/+2 without even granting Trample for the same price as regular Overrun, not to mention Overwhelming Stampede, Pathbreaker Ibex, Craterhoof Behemoth. There are better options for you to put in that card slot. Whereas cards that you would want in Commander are ones like Casualties of War. It's 6 CMC, 2 colorless, 2 black, and 2 green. For a sorcery, choose 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, destroy target creature, destroy target enchantment, destroy target land, destroy target planeswalker. This card's amazing. Yes, it costs a little bit more than Decimate, but this thing allows you to 5-for-1 your opponents. That's great card advantage. And it is technically in a different color combination. So this is a really solid, not only that, but it gives you more flexibility, because Decimate, you need all 4 card types on the board, which is more viable in Commander, but sometimes you have to hit something of your own. Whereas in this, you exclusively hit the targets that would hurt your opponents, and you never have to hurt yourself. Overall, this is a really solid card, and we'll see a lot of play in EDH. Soul Diviner is 2 CMC, a blue and a black for a 2/3 zombie wizard. You can tap it and remove a counter from an artifact, creature, land, or planeswalker you control to draw a card. This is a good card. Just no significant downside here. You've got 2 mana for a 2/3 with relevant keywords that you can remove counters from, whether it be excess +1/+1 counters on creatures specifically that are about to die, or planeswalkers that are about to die, and get card advantage in the process. This is an amazing card. I can see this seeing Standard play, I can see this seeing EDH play, and it's awesome and limited. This card's really, really good. Finale of Revelation is X and 2 blue for a sorcery. Draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw X cards, untap up to 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Finale of Revelation. Oh my god, this card's good. At worst, you're looking at Mind Spring. But if you are able to pump that 10 mana into it, you are getting everything you could want and more. I love this card. And you know who else loves this card? Mizzix of the Ismagus. Finale of Eternity is X and 2 black for sorcery. Destroy up to 3 target creatures with toughness X or less. If X is 10 or more, return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. This card's also absolutely amazing. You don't have to actually destroy any creatures. It doesn't need a target for you to still be able to bring back all your creature cards from your graveyard. But if you do pump 10 mana into it, you can easily get a 3-for-1 in addition to that massive effect. This card is outstanding in decks that can afford it. And in EDH, where people typically have Urborg, Tube of Yawgmoth, and Cabal Coffers in their decks, this is easy to swing. This card is outstanding. And you know who else is going to love it? Ramos, the Dragon Engine, loves this whole cycle of finale cards. He's going to have so many more tools to play with when this set comes out. Bioessence Hydra is 5 CMC, 3 colorless, a green, and a blue for a 4/4 Hydra mutant with trample. It enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each loyalty counter on planeswalkers you control. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are put on a planeswalker you control, put that many +1/+1 counters on Bioessence Hydra. Holy crap, this is easily the biggest bomb I've seen for this limited format. This thing is nuts. It plays really well with Proliferate. It plays really well with just putting random uncommon planeswalkers on the board to make this thing even more massive as a trampler. And then in Commander, this is a Super Friends deck best friend. If you just need a giant massive wall, this guy will do it. Not to mention, it only counts for when you put the +1/+1 counters on him. If you do a minus ability, you don't actually lose anything on this Hydra. He's only ever going to be the most counters you ever had. He's going to play really well with Doubling Season in Commander, and you know who's waving at him from across the bar? That's right, Atraxa Praetor's Voice loves this guy. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, click that subscribe button so you get access to all our latest videos. This has been Metagame Mastery. Peace!